Hi, I'm Jo Baldwin-Trott. I'm a mentor and I publish Proper Books. Over the next 6 videos, I'm going to show you and guide you through the process of writing a really good book. And not just a really good book, a book that you enjoy writing. Why spend all those hours writing if you're not going to enjoy it? So the very first session I want to start with is talking about how you approach writing a book. So most of us got ideas, concepts, or we think, oh, well, shall I write about that? But it's the first thing you want to think of is actually not necessarily what the topic is, but who are you writing it for? Who are you going to spend all these hours writing for? Who's your target market? And what problem are you going to solve for them? So if you're a coach, for example, think of who your ideal client is. What problem are you solving? What one issue are you going to tackle in this book? And the quicker you get to the answer to that question, the simpler it will be to format the rest of your book and to write. Who are they? What do they do? What do they spend their time doing? Classic marketing, there'll be a whole separate video on this for you, but really think about who they are. I'm going to use an example. Right now, I would write a book on overwhelm. So overwhelm is a huge problem and there are lots of people struggling. I personally, with my experience, would write a book on overwhelm for parents. I know what that's like. I've got my kids at home. Thankfully, they're older. But if you've got kids that are under, say, 9 at home, you are really going to be suffering at the moment, managing the homeschooling as well as your work. So I write a book on that and I would focus it on the dads. Why? Just because I think actually they generally take on more responsibility and burden. So there's my target market and my target client. I'm going to call him Simon because that's a friend of mine who I know is struggling from overwhelm. Really simple. I'm going to write the whole book for Simon. So the topic is overwhelm. So analogies are great. I love food. So the analogy is it's like a bar of chocolate, not a box, a bar. So think of your book like a bar of chocolate. You start off with one big bar so that the issue and the topic of the book is overwhelm. You then want to break it down into 3 or 4 segments. This is obviously one of the ways to approach a book. There are many ways, but this is super simple and especially helpful if you're a coach or a trainer and you actually want to create some material from this. So you can bring in and create your own expertise and training program by doing this as a way of approaching a book. So break down that one topic, overwhelm, into 3 or 4 different topics. So I would go time, resources and environment. 3 topics that really impact overwhelm. And then from there, you can break down those topics into smaller topics. So under time, I would look at time management, technology that can help you with time, wasting time, and break it down to those smaller topics that sit within that one topic. Don't worry about the chapter titles. Lots of authors get so worried about the chapter titles. You can deal with that later on. So that's the end of my video, just over 3 minutes long. I'm Jo Baldwin-Trott. Get in touch if you'd like to know more and contact me at properbooks@gmail.com.